Ladies first.
Great fun. My first day I went to the beach. I got a full 3 days of training, so I got to learn the ropes and then off doing the job.
I would say exhilarating. First night, Korean barbecue. Second night, Chinese barbecue. Third day, 6 kids in a classroom. Oh my God, what do I do? No, it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot.
My first 2 weeks at Premier English, yes, at first I was actually quite apprehensive about teaching small children, but we got a lot of support here, good training, and when I got into actually standing in front of a bunch of rabid 10-year-olds, I was actually quite confident, and things have gone quite well from then on. What about yourself?
It's pretty good. It's really nice. They picked me up right at the airport, took me straight to my new apartment, didn't have to stress about anything.
Yeah.
Got a day or two to relax, decompress from the 20-hour flight. I got a lot of training, a lot of support. All my questions were answered really quickly and really well. It was super convenient, super easy. Just everyone was there to help me integrate.
My first 2 weeks, I felt really taken care of and welcomed by my colleagues and the Chinese staff, and everyone was really helpful. People cared here about the new teachers, and the other teachers were very friendly. I felt really safe.
I would have to agree with you on many of those points, but I would also say it was quite a challenging experience coming into something very new, something unexpected that one doesn't really do very often. So coming from a completely different side of the world to Premier English here in Qingdao was really rewarding and yeah, very exciting to be here.
At Premier English I got a lot of experience with very young learners, and I now feel I have the confidence to walk into a room of any age or stage and be able to do the job well.
I think the same for me. I came in with a CELTA, so I was used to adults and then not used to the kids. So it's really been nice to have that kind of opportunity.
I've improved as a teacher in use of improvisation and creativity in planning my classes, which I've been given pretty much free rein in this place, which other schools don't provide.
I improved insofar as I wasn't actually a teacher before I came here. You don't need really very little experience, as he said. I didn't have any. But I've learned to teach, to improvise, to deal with new situations, and just how to adapt.
I feel that my confidence has improved a lot. When I first got here, I was very shy to take charge of the classroom, and I wasn't really sure exactly how to manage things or manage the students, but now I feel really confident in those skills, and I feel confident in my lesson planning. It doesn't take as long. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
I would say that flexibility is a big learning curve here. We deal with children, adults, people from all walks of life, and sometimes things don't always go according to plan. But being able to learn that flexibility, that adaptability, I think that's what's really benefited me here as a teacher, just being able to make changes when it pops up and when it becomes necessary.
I think the biggest surprise is that I've been able to get my coffee from many places around the school, essential for teaching, of course.
Yeah, just how nice the people are here. They're really generous and just very nice, and always helping you. Always, if it seems like you have a problem, they're very helpful. So that's been my biggest surprise for sure.
Has China surprised you? Okay. Yes, China has surprised me every day since I've been here in this country. The most surprising thing is how easy it is to live here and how safe it is. I have lived all around the world, many different countries, mostly English speaking, and I have to say unequivocally, this is the safest country I have ever lived in.
In a lot of different ways, in a lot of ways I wasn't expecting. Just one, how friendly everyone is, just all the people are so kind, so friendly, so willing to chat with strangers, and just the amount of things there are to do and to see here. Like, you could just just in the day-to-day things. It's just so many things different from what I'm used to. But
How many times have you been asked for a selfie?
a decent number of times, especially if you go to the country. Like there's a lot of times where we have a lot of opportunities to travel around China, and you'll find you're really popular in the more rural areas where they haven't seen a foreigner before.
Yeah, you will miss it when you go home because you're not special.
You know, you don't get to. It's like being a celebrity. If you've ever wanted to be a celebrity, you know, visit rural China.
There's so many things for this one.
And food, drinks, getting around, traveling. But I think China will always surprise you because it's so different to anything we've ever known. Remarkably like home in certain ways.
I think I've been surprised at how safe it is. I had no clue that it was this safe. I mean, it's incredible to be able to walk everywhere, even late at night, and just be able to get a taxi and feel safe. It really is. I think many people don't realize this before they come here, that it's a really safe place.
I would say before you come, download several apps onto your phone, get a VPN, also Google Translate, and there's a great dictionary app called Placo as well, really essential.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that too. I would also look at maybe some certain things, for instance, toiletries and stuff that you may not be able to bring or get in China. You might want to bring.
If you're thinking of applying to Premier English, I would say basically bone up on the reasons why you want to teach here, and especially the reasons why you want to live in China, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people who could be passionate about teaching and would adapt quickly to the culture here. So when you have your interview, your Skype interview, be prepared to be able to give the reasons why you want to teach and why specifically in China and in Qingdao.
Saying to all of that, you know, if you're thinking about applying, just, you know, go for it. You know, you have nothing to lose for trying. It's an amazing experience. You'll learn, you'll grow as an individual, you'll get exposed to a new culture, and if you're like me, just a whole new lifestyle, becoming a teacher, teaching children. It's I've had an amazing chance to grow as an individual and learn new things and have new experiences just doing this work and meeting these people.
To research about where you're going and make sure that teaching is what you want to do, and be open to new experiences and be open to meeting and working and living with people that are not going to be like you and not necessarily going to be like your friends back home, and embrace that. Like, be open to embracing a completely different lifestyle and don't come here with expectations.
I probably agree. Come in open-minded and open-hearted.
Yeah.
And that way you will be able to make the most of it. But I also think it's about what you do. You know, it's about what you make of it. China can be mundane if you let it be mundane, but it can also be very exciting if you let it be exciting, and if you build a life here, if that's what your intention is. But I think one also has to remember coming in that, you know, this is China. It operates very differently to how we would think to operate things back home. So come in, as you say, with that open mind and just allow yourself to kind of adapt to a new way of doing things, a new way of thinking about doing